Hello students of class 12, welcome to the online tutorial classes for Vidya Bhavan High Secondary School. This video is for balanced diet of for pregnancy and lactation of nutrition, and this video is part 3. In the previous video I discussed about the different physiological changes and problems regarding this pregnancy period, and today I will discuss about the diets. Okay, so the diet for the pregnant and the lactating women are more or less same. There is no that much of difference, only some nutrient RDAs are different, but all over diet is more or less same. Okay, so if the mother is sedentary worker, then she has to consume 1900 kilocalorie. Okay, if sedentary, then 1900 kilocalorie. And if the moderate, it is a normal value for the normal individual. Okay, 2230 kilocalorie, and for the heavy worker it is 2850 kilocalorie. But for the pregnant mothers, they have to consume more 350 kilocalorie in a day. If they, for pregnant. And for the lactating, they have to consume more. In for first 6 months, have to consume 600 kilocalorie more, and for the next 6 months, they have to consume 520 kilocalorie more. Why more? Because they have to feed her child. So that is why this increased amount of the calorie has been given. Okay. So now talking about the proteins. The protein is normal for the normal individual. It is for calorie. Okay, it is protein. Now for the protein, the normal it is 55 gram, and for here it is 78. For the lactating, it is 74 for first 6 months and 68 for last 6 months. Next, the fat. Fat is also for the sedentary 20, for the moderate 25, and heavy 30. And for the pregnant mother, it is all over 30, and the lactating also for the next 1 year it is 30. Okay, these are in grams. Okay, the next is calcium. Calcium is very important for bone formation. For the normal individual, it is 600. And for this pregnant and lactating mother, it is 1200 and 1200. It is milligram. Okay. Next is iron. Iron is needed for the blood formation. For the normal individual, it is 21, and here it is 35, and for the lactating, it is also 21. Next, zinc. It is 10. For the normal individual, and for both of them it is near about 12. Magnesium, it is also 310 for all. There is no changes, because by the normal food we can get all good amount of the magnesium. Retinol or vitamin A, it is in mg. These all are in mg, milligram, and retinol is in μg. Okay. They have to consume 600, and here both of them for 800. Thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, ascorbic acid, dietary folates. These are very important things, but these are more or less same, like thiamine, riboflavin. I'm writing all together. Niacin. It is about like 1.0 or 1.1 or 1.4 for the thiamine. For the riboflavin, it is 1.3 1.1, 1.3 and 1.7. For the niacin it is 12, 14 and 16. These are all increased. For niacin for 0.2 increased, and here 0.3 or 0.2. For the riboflavin increased more about 0.3 extra, and here for 0.4 point first 6 months and 0.3 for last 6 months. And for the niacin is only increased 2. Okay. Vitamin B6, ascorbic acids are also important. So ascorbic acid, I am erasing this part and writing. Okay. For the vitamin C, it is 40 for the normal individual, for them 60 and here 80. Okay. And next, because the vitamin C amount in the mother milk is very low, that is why the 80 milligram is important. This is a milligram. And the dietary folate is very important. Dietary folate is very important. It is 200 for the normal individual and 500 for pregnancy and 300 for the lactating mothers. Okay. And vitamin B12, which is the intrinsic factors. It is also 1.0 for normal individual. Here it is 1.2. Here is it 1.5. Okay, these are the all total. And then the what is the diet they can consume? Okay, for the tea in this morning, then the breakfast milk 1 glass, bread butter 2 slices, boiled egg 1, banana and 1 fruit is very necessary. White banana because banana have full in fiber. Next, lunch, chapati or rice. If the rice, then the half cup. If the chapati, then it's 1 chapati or 2 chapati. Dal is very important because it gives the pulses and the proteins. And the palak soup or any of the soup and vegetable soup because it gives the fibers that can increase the bowel movement. Next, the curds. Curd have the probiotic, then we have to give the curd at least 1 cup. Next, in the evening, 1 cup roasted, 1 cup tea, and after some time, after half an hour, and roasted peanuts you can give, or any chola you can give. For the dinner and same like the lunch, 2 chapatis and the vegetable curry and fish and egg or chicken, anything. It is at least of the 2 pieces in day is very important. And in the bedtime, any milk or any of the sweet dishes or dessert you can give because milk is also very much important for that. Okay, these are all over. There is one exchange list also. Exchange means we sometimes we are not giving the proper amount. Like we take the amounts in numbers. Like for the 30 grams of rice, we call it as a 1 exchange. Okay, according to this exchange, we can also give the diet terms. So it is based on the diets. It's based on the nutritional functions and dietitian's functions. It is not that much needed in your syllabus, and only know what is the exchange list is. That is okay. Okay, I think enough. In the next video, I will discuss about the lactation. What is lactation? Till then, thank you.